Welcome to the world of Marissa Marchand channel. A weekly serialized story full of heartfelt moments and relatable characters that will capture audience's attention. Coming to America, The Journey, Part 13. Laundry gone wrong. Doing household chores as a young wife was challenging. There were so many things to learn, and I was often overwhelmed. I wanted to do my best, but it wasn't easy. I was thankful for Junior's patience and understanding. He never pressured or expected too much from me, which made all the difference. It was a blessing that Nita was a full-time housewife and cleaned the entire house herself. As if it were her kingdom, I wasn't allowed to enter. I couldn't tell if she felt sorry for me or didn't trust my cleaning ability. Either way, I was grateful for her help. She always ensured the house was spotless and I could focus on schoolwork. Cooking, however, was another story, as Nita had no intention of teaching me. She made it clear from the beginning that the kitchen was her domain and that I should stay out of her way when she was there. It was difficult for me to figure out how Nita's attitude changed so suddenly. She was friendly and patient when we lived at Ben's house. Now that we lived together, she transformed into a completely different person. During my scheduled time in the kitchen, I experimented with recipes, trying to recreate the flavors from home. However, without proper guidance, I made mistakes and wasted ingredients. My lack of culinary skills often frustrated me. Although Nita noticed my struggles, she ignored me and did not offer me any help. In the end, I gave up and stuck to my usual soy sauce and lemon flavor recipe. I just didn't know how long Junior would tolerate eating what I made. For now, as long as Junior wasn't complaining, I was fine with that. It wasn't until one day that I realized cooking wasn't my worst nightmare, and being a housewife had more to it than I had expected. We had dirty clothes piling up, and Junior's work clothes needed to be washed, so I had to do laundry. Using the washing machine was a complete mystery to me. This was another thing that my mom never taught me. I was terrified to try, but I knew I had to do it. I took a deep breath as I shoved all the clothes into the washing machine without sorting them by color or fabric. Junior's dirty work clothes and our dirty clothes all went into the machine. I fumbled with the soap, unsure of the correct amount to put, spilling some on the floor, and selected a random cycle. The machine kicked in and I breathed a sigh of relief, but it didn't last long. Suddenly, a loud banging noise echoed through the laundry room. The washing machine shook violently, and it sounded like it was about to explode. The drum struggled to spin, creating an unbalanced load. I rushed over and turned off the machine. Opening the lid, I discovered a tangled mess of clothes. I overloaded it. The machine couldn't handle the heavy weight. I removed some clothes to evenly distribute the remaining load inside the drum. Taking another deep breath, I restarted the machine, this time choosing a gentler cycle and hoping for the best. As the washing machine quietly resumed its work without incident, I felt a wave of joy wash over me. But my relief was short-lived. Just as I was about to leave the laundry room, I heard a strange gurgling sound. A few moments later, suds spilled from the machine, forming a soapy puddle on the floor. I watched in horror as the water spread, realizing I had used too much detergent. Grabbing towels to soak up the mess, I couldn't help but think that cooking wasn't my only challenge after all. Just then, Nita walked in, her eyes widening as she saw the wet floor. With her hands on her hips, she exclaimed, "What the hell happened here?" I stammered, trying to explain the chaos. "I think I used too much detergent, and the machine couldn't handle it." Nita shook her head, her voice rising in frustration. You should have asked me for help instead of turning the laundry room into a swimming pool. Nita grabbed a mop, and we cleaned up the soapy mess. Her silence was more daunting than scolding, and I felt guilty as I helped her. By the time we finished, the laundry room was back to normal. However, I knew it would take more than a clean floor to mend things between us. The incident strained our relationship, as Nita seemed distant and less talkative than usual. Coldness replaced her normally warm personality, creating an uncomfortable silence between us. I tried to talk to Nita, but she refused to open up. Hurt and frustrated, I gave her some space, hoping time would heal the rift. Days passed, but Nita showed no signs of reconciliation. Nita's silent treatment toward me, coupled with juggling school and the bus ride home, felt overwhelming. In some moments, I wanted to give up and return home to my parents, but Junior's never-ending support gave me the strength to continue. His dedication to our relationship was admirable. Junior's ability to adapt from a forced marriage and support me despite our minimal dating history blew my mind. It was only fair that I did the same. I had no idea what caused Nita to hate me so much. I knew there was more to it than just the laundry incident. When I put two and two together, I suspected that she wanted the house only for herself and her family. Perhaps she intended to do that when they left Ben's house. She never expected us to follow them. I derailed her plans. As Nita and I grew apart, I knew it was time to part ways. It was the right thing to do for both of us, and, with a heavy heart, I said, goodbye. As tears streamed down my face, I felt both sadness and relief. It was painful to leave behind the hope of reconciliation, yet I understood that sometimes letting go was the only way to find peace. As we walked away, I saw Nita's lips curled into a small, secretive smile, as if she was happy to see us go. The realization that our friendship was over filled me with sadness and regret, but it was time to move on. Junior and I found a quaint one-bedroom apartment on Pupukahi Street in Waipahu, close to my school and my parents' house. The transition was bittersweet, yet it also brought a sense of freedom and independence. I still missed Nita, but I knew our friendship had run its course. I was determined to make the most of our new home and find new friends. Having lived with my brother Ben, and then with Nita, gave me a taste of married life. Despite being given the chance, I didn't appreciate it. The only thing I learned was that I blamed others for my hardship rather than learning anything. I failed to realize that I could have taken the opportunity to learn and improve myself. I should have taken advantage of the situation and used my mistakes as an opportunity to grow. I regret not taking the time to learn from these experiences. As we settled into our cozy space, I prayed that this change would bring growth and new opportunities for Junior and me. It would take me a while to learn how to cook and do other household chores, but I was confident that I would succeed. I was excited to see where this new chapter would take us. Tune in next week to see how this exciting story continues from Marissa Marchand channel. Please check out my channel trailer video to learn more about the exciting content you can expect from my channel. Your support means the world to me. I write young adult, new adult, and middle grade fiction. For more information about my work, visit marissamarchand.com. Don't forget to watch my other videos. Thank you.